Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dion back with a daily Fanduel lineup video for today, May 11th. I'm gonna do this kind of quick. I didn't really do much research. Probably looked at like the first two games and looked at some of the pitcher stats, and that was about it. It's an early slate, so I'm gonna go over the early slate. Then I'm gonna go over the main slate, and yeah, we're gonna do it like that, man. I'm gonna try to make this video quick. I say this all the time, but I end up getting too much into the stats and just end up dragging the video on. But first off, we got Bumgarner versus the Blue Jays for the early slate. Now, this game is a game where they're playing. They're actually still playing right now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Okay, the game must have just ended. Yeah, so the game must have just ended. So they're playing the night game. They have to come back and play early at what time? Okay, so at oh, they don't play that early. 3:45, still an early game, but they don't play as early as I thought it was. I thought it'd be one of the first games. But being that it's in Cali, that would have been what? 3:45 for us is like 12 something for them. So I'm on the East Coast. But yeah, Bumgarner, man, the Dodgers, the freaking Giants pitching staff has pretty much done a good job containing the Blue Jays. Well, starting pitchers actually haven't done that bad as we thought. We thought you can pretty much stack against them, but they held them to what, 3 runs the first day versus PV, and today you only put up 4 versus Kane, who are both pretty horrible pitchers. And man, we seen the Dodgers get locked up by some below average pitchers. So I know a lot of people's probably gonna look to Bumgarner on an early slate at 11.2 versus the Blue Jays, but I'm not. I'm gonna go in a different direction. I like Bumgarner. I'm not gonna say I don't, but I just can't pay 11.2 for a guy that for Bumgarner, who's been pretty inconsistent this year. He's had some pretty decent game. Like this game, I think he gave up 3 or 4 runs to the Rockies. So I can only imagine what he'd do. He'd probably give up 3 to 4 to the Blue Jays today. And at that price, I don't really want to pay for that. But the Blue Jays have been Kane a lot lately, so it might make him a decent play. But I don't know if I really want to play 11.2 on a slate that has cores in it. So I'll look elsewhere. Chris Archer versus Seattle. Not pitching on the Mariners. They've been balling pretty much. I think they're second. They're either first or second in home runs this year. So, man, boy, are they're sending a lot of pitchers deep. So don't really trust Archer. He's been giving up a bunch of hard contact. Actually, I can see myself playing guys against Archer. Let's look at some of his numbers. I was looking at Phil Hughes. Okay, let's scroll down here. Okay, so he's giving up a 276 to lefties, 333 wOBA, 354 wOBA to righties. He's a bunch of bad as face. 7 home runs overall. The FIP to lefties is looking pretty good, so maybe we don't want to really want to play any lefties, okay? But the righties, that home run per 9 to righties is through the roof. 312 BABIP, 5.36 FIP, pretty darn high. Let's look at the hard contact he's given up. Oh my goodness, a 41.8 hard contact to righties. You got a 40.5 to lefties. The ground ball is pretty good versus lefties, so that's probably why he's not giving it up. But man, this number is looking pretty atrocious. So man, if we're looking at anybody from Seattle side, maybe that hits right. Who? I don't know if there's any righties that we can trust versus Archer. So let's just go to that. Of course, you got Cruz, who I definitely wouldn't even think about playing. They always sit Goody versus righty, so he won't play. So it'll be Seth Smith, Aoki, and who else? Who else is the other outfielder? Oh yeah, Cruz. But if he doesn't DH, but who else? We got Keto Marte's in the bat from the left side of the plate. Seager, okay. But these are still guys. So yeah, the only righty we might see there is Iannetta and Nelson Cruz. So he's definitely gonna be facing a bunch of lefties who he's been getting out at a pretty decent rate. But that hard contact, I just can't do it, man, against a team that's given up, that pretty much has a bunch of home runs. They're first or second right now. Actually, let me go look it up to be exact, so I can. No, gotta do some fact checking. So you guys don't see that I'm just making this up. Team batting. Okay, home runs. Cardinals might have passed them. Also, they actually got passed in the last few days. Okay, and the Mets are. Oh, so I might have actually heard it wrong. It might have been in the AL. They might have the most home runs in the AL, and I guess Baltimore tied them, but this doesn't change officially until the Seattle game's over. So they're gonna pretty much be ahead of Baltimore in the AL. So they're the number one home run team in the AL because I was watching the Mariners versus Astros game, and that's where I heard it from. So I was hoping the announcer said it wasn't lying to me. So I just went off of what I heard, and they actually are number one in the AL now after today. So okay, definitely want to pick on 43 is pretty much a lot. And they play in the pitcher's park, and that's letting you know something that they have a lot of pop in their bats. So let's go see what the Mariners have been doing versus lefties. Versus righties. Of course, I like some Robinson Cano here. The 405 ISO, the 235 WRC, the 492 Woba. Why wouldn't I like a Seager, the 286 ISO? Okay, we're looking pretty good. Seth Smith, 136 WRC. Keto Marte, Nelson Cruz, not bad. Aoki, pretty solid. Seth Smith looking pretty good. So let's go look at the batted ball now. Cal Seager, 43.9. Adam Lynn with the 40. Robinson Cano, 39.7. So these guys are just smoking the ball. And they're not really, and if you look at these numbers, they're not really grounding out either. They're definitely putting the ball in the sky, man. So I definitely like Seager a little bit, Cano. But we're going to look at, I didn't even look at the Coors pitchers. And I already know those guys' prices are through the roof. So we'll definitely get around to that. But for right now, Archer, he's actually looking like a decent play because I know he'll get the Ks. But I'm not sure about the win, man. I still think Seattle puts enough runs on him for the guy that I actually want to play in this slate, Taijuan Walker, man. He's coming off a little neck injury, but I think he's pretty much good. He had the bullpen session already. So I think he's fine. Actually, he has a good matchup. The Rays, one of the worst teams in WRC plus and all that versus righties. Let's go to team stats versus righties. Like they're one of the worst offenses versus righties. So we'll separate it by all teams. We'll look at it from here. Rays the lowest batting average versus righties. Okay, load up. I clicked advanced stats. Let's see where they rank in WRC plus. Why is it going kind of slow today? I'm actually gonna go to YouTube, check you guys out, man. See if there's anybody here. Seeing if there's anybody there in the comment section. Right after this. So Rays, WRC plus 89, which is pretty bad. Let's see where they rank in Woba. All right. Okay. Bottom 5 in Woba. Okay. Definitely like that. We like Taijuan Walker there. ISO. Let's see where they rank with the power. Okay, so they definitely rank up there in power, but let's see what Taijuan Walker is giving up. Let's go look at his numbers, like his FIP and xFIP, see if all those things are in line. Okay, so he's struggling against righties, it seems. Okay, but the FIP and xFIP, the righties are pretty good, but then the FIP and xFIP, the lefties is pretty bad. So let's go see what's going on. He's not giving up that much hard contact to lefties. The hard contact to righties is great actually. That's elite numbers right there. And he's generating a bunch of ground balls. So I don't see what's going on there with the FIP and xFIP. I guess it's just I don't know, pause with the lefties. Hold on, let me see what the lefties. Oh, it's the lefties I was looking at. The ground ball to fly ball isn't the greatest, but he's generating a 10.5 infield fly ball. So you can kind of eliminate that from the ground, from the low ground ball to fly ball ratio, since like 10% of those are actually going in the infield. So that's definitely what I like to see. So he's K righties at 30% mark of 14.5. And I'm just not scared of any of those Rays lefties, man. They don't scare me. He's in a big ballpark here, so I think he's pretty solid. He should rack up a decent amount of Ks. I like him a lot. Also, we got Cole Hamels versus one of the best teams in the AL right now. The White Sox is looking like a fade for me. Salazar in Houston, I just can't trust it. I just really don't matter what happens. We just saw Trevor Bauer have a good game in Houston. But I'm not going to believe teams are just going to keep on locking up Houston and Minute Maid Park. Them guys can actually hit, man. So let's go check out Danny Salazar numbers. Even though they do K a lot, Let's look at Salazar's numbers. All right. Okay. The one he's locking up lefties and righties pretty much. The FIP is pretty extremely high. He's Kane them at extreme margin. The whip is way low. This is what I like to see, man. 80% left on base percentage. Pretty good. The walk percentage is not what I want to see, man. 10.5 and 11.8. So you get some patient batters there. You might struggle a little bit. FIP and XFIP a little bit above average. So pretty good. He's not giving up much hard contact. So, but the thing I don't like is that ground ball to fly ball rate. I'm always scared of Kobe Rasmus there. But like we said with Taiwan Walker, 50% of those are those of infield fly balls. So it's not nothing too crazy to worry about. But let's actually go check out the chat. Is anybody there? Okay, so I'm not popping, man. I have no viewers right now, but it's cool. I like my own video because I'm cool like that. Next we have Kyle Hendricks. He might be in a good spot, but he never seems to ever go more than 6 innings, and I don't trust him at 8.5K. Just a little bit too much for me, but he should be in line for the win. I looked at his numbers. Everything seems to be good with him. And then the rest of these guys are guys you can pretty much just target against. So, of course, you can target against Phil Hughes, Tyler Wilson, Robbie Ray, and course. Colin Ray's been pretty good, but I'm not playing anybody versus the Cubs. Chad Bettis, of course. Latos numbers have been looking pretty bad, and then Stroman just gets a team that doesn't K much. So, but he's an extreme ground ball pitcher. I can still see him having a good game. So, we went over the pitches there. So right now we're just gonna lock in Taiwan Walker. We're gonna look over some bats to get in this slate. So we'll go at catcher. Well, let me see Chad Bettis. Let me look at Chad Bettis numbers. Okay, let's see how he fares versus lefties and righties. Okay, FIP kind of bad at righties. XFIP not horrible. The hard contact 32.5. Okay, let's see what it is at home. A 30.8. Okay. Not bad. We could definitely still pick on him though. It doesn't scare me enough to not pick on him. Maybe we can get some David Peralta today. Maybe he comes back. Let's see why he's been sitting. Oh, forearm. So then he might seriously be injured. Okay. So I don't know how I feel about that, but we definitely might get some Chris Herman now that they're facing a righty instead of a lefty. Definitely get him in there, and they'll probably move Castillo to the catcher and put Herman back in the outfield. Okay, I could definitely see that happening. But right now, yeah, I'm not really in love with any of these catcher plays right now. Just off the top of my head, been saying a lot. Yeah, Netta's not getting a lefty. Chris Jimenez, nah. Banico Evan Gaddis not getting a lefty. That's the only time I play him. Gil Montour, how long is he out for? Okay, so he'll be back soon. Jan Gomes had the day off, so I'm gonna just go look at the pictures I want to pick on. That would definitely be Doug Fister. Let's go look at his numbers. Right now, the catching spot not looking too good. Might just have to take Herman and move on with my day. Okay, 6.2. Okay, XFIP looking pretty bad versus lefties and righties. Doesn't give up any home runs to righties this year, though. Not really K'ing anybody. BABIP is extremely low. He's giving up a bunch of hard contact to lefties. Right, we know that. So, okay. Cleveland is at. This is not letting me find any good catchers, yo. About to be forced to stuff Herman in my lineup. So I think that's where we're gonna go there at catcher. Now I'm already not gonna be able to stack cores. And these are two bad pitchers, so let me go see if there's any cheaper plays. I just can't play any of these cheaper plays there. I just can't do it. Or maybe, let me see, Hundley. Oh, no, it's Hundley's. Oh, he's injured. Mm, maybe they play Dustin Garneau, and if he starts, maybe I give him a chance at 3,100. That's a pretty cheap price for a guy in Coors versus a lefty, Robbie Ray. And okay, I like that. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on the lineups for tomorrow. Let's go to Fantasy Lab, see what they're projecting. Okay, let's see who they project to start at catcher. So they got Darno there, Garneau to start at catcher at 3.1. So maybe that's what we can expect. Who knows? They got they also got Barroto's who's questionable, but yeah. For right now, let's just go Garneau. 31K, just so we have some more to work with. I'm probably only gonna put in one lineup for this because I hate playing on core slate, so I don't really put much money on those days. So first base, of course, you can go Goldie. Just hit a home run today, so you might just hit one today. I mean, might just hit one tomorrow, just and get on the streak, man. He's definitely in course. He paid off the price today, but he's struggling, man. Like the D-backs are not doing what we expected, course, man. We're expecting like 4 home runs a game. We're not getting that though. Brandon Belt, Toronto versus Stroman. Nah, not at that price point. Jose Abreu, I like him a little bit for a tournament, but I'm not gonna I just can't pay that price for somebody against Cole Hamels. Even though I do think they get to him a little bit. Chris Davis versus Phil Hughes. Let me take a look at Phil Hughes real quick again. Okay, Phil Hughes giving up a 341 batting average to lefties, 365. The FIP isn't the worst. Let's see the hard contact first. 33.1. Now let's go see the hard contact that this guy Chris Davis is actually given. Player stats. Orioles. Versus righties. Go qualified. I know he's definitely underqualified. Okay, Chris Davis, 225 batting average to righties. Damn. Let's go see the WOBA though. WOBA 375, 143 WRC plus, 310 ISO. It's pretty darn high. So Phil Hughes is not gonna miss a bunch of bats either. So definitely somebody like Chris Davis with the 45.2 hard contact, 31.8 ground ball, home run to fly ball ratio. So I'm definitely loving the Baltimore stack right now, to tell you the truth. You really can't go wrong with it because Phil Hughes is definitely dying tomorrow. Let's see if there's any BVP as well. We'll see. 242, Trumbo 415, Ricker 0 for 3, Manny Machado 10 for 19. Definitely gotta have some Machado in there. Adam Jones with the horrible BVP, but he still got 3 home runs off him. Chris Davis 8 for 30. Sheesh, 10 Ks. But I guess this is a different Phil Hughes now. He's not really missing any bets either. So definitely, I'm still liking a stack versus him. That could be your cheaper exposure instead of going cores. Well, nah, some of the Oriole bets are still like they're similar prices, so can't even say as much of a huge bargain. I just want to take a look at the scores real quick. Okay, LAD's on top. So the game's not completely over yet, so I'm waiting to see if my lineup's cash. But we got 2 games in the bottom of the ninth, so we'll probably wait about another 10 minutes. All right, first base. Okay, so I like Chris Davis, 3,800. But the guy I'm on a lot, man, I like Younghoe Park. This dude's hitting with some power, man. And I was looking at Tyler Wilson numbers as well. This is what I like to see when I want to play a hitter. Let's look at Tyler Wilson. 6.4 swing and strike percentage. So he's not getting anybody to swing at any pitches. 92.3. Well, they're not missing on any pitches, and then 92.3 zone contact. So, oh man, this guy's not missing any bats in the zone. And then you got a guy like Younghoe Park who's actually absolutely crushing the ball. Can't go wrong there. Now let's go take a look. We've seen that. Now let's go look at the splits. Okay, we see the FIP is pretty bad. I guess it's because of the home runs. Oh, he's actually carrying 22%, but he's not really getting a high swing and strike percentage. So he must just be getting pitch Okay, so he's giving up a 30.0 hard contact, 0.85 ground ball to fly ball. I see the infield fly ball is actually at 30.8%. So that's one of those numbers that's just not sustainable. So if you really believe that's gonna keep happening, maybe you can lock him in there. But I'm a guy that I love Young Cole Park tomorrow. This dude is crushing the ball. Let's take a look at him. We can find the Twins. And he usually bats somewhere in the top 6, usually be 5th or 6th. So I like him a lot. See the Woba. Young Cole Park, 388 Woba, 154 WRC, 329 ISO. He's Kane at a large amount, but he's a power swinger, man. He swings for the fences a lot, so that's gonna happen with guys like that. But let's go look at the hard contact, man. 50.0 hard contact kill. That is some Barry Bonds type of numbers, man. So definitely sign me up for some Young Cole Park tomorrow. I'll definitely have him. I think he's cheap. Only problem I have with him is that man, I'm not sold on the rest of the Twins lineup. So if I get him, he just gets like a solo or he just gets a few hits, and then the rest of the Twins offense doesn't do anything. I might miss out on quite a few points. Like, you also got Pedro Alvarez, you got Chris Davis. You can kind of stack them versus Phil Hughes. So they might match him even with his home run. So that's the only thing that scares me. But I love Young Cole Park tomorrow. So just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna lock him in there. Who else do we want to pick on? Matt Latos, of course. Let's go take a look at his numbers, because this dude is like the most luckiest pitcher in baseball right now. When you look at his FIP and XFIP, you're like, yo, there's no way he's doing this. He just keeps consistently getting good outings, though. The 5.27 FIP, the 5.27 XFIP, man, this star is not good at all. Let's go look. The hard contact is not through the roof, though, so that's one thing he has going for him. He's giving up a bunch of fly balls, 12.0 home run to fly ball percent. You got some guys on the Rangers that don't even need home runs to hit value. You got Odor, he's just single and W to death, and he's actually hitting home runs, but he's getting power. He has the power to hit home runs. He's getting stolen bases, so definitely a reason why I like him here. Got 2 views now. It's lit. You got Mazzara. You got Beltre. He's a pretty consistent hitter. He's gonna get you 1 or 2 hits a game, possibly. You got Mitch Moreland, who has the power to take you deep. Who else we have? Fielder's struggling right now, so I won't even say him. But I like mainly just like the top 5 in that Rangers lineup. So might have some plays against Latos, but I don't want to fully stack against him, just because that White Sox bullpen is pretty good, even though they kind of got abused today. Robbie Ray, of course, Trevor Story's in play at shortstop. Who else do we have that I want to pick on? It's some pretty decent pitchers here, so pretty much you just want to pick on the guys like Bettis, Ray, Wilson, Hughes, Fister. Got some Cleveland Indian bats. That's pretty cheap. Let's take a look at them. Oh, where's Cleveland? Okay, I'm blind. First base, you got Carlos Santana, 3,100. Got Kipnis, 32. That's pretty darn cheap. Jose Ramirez got injured. That sucks. Lindor at 37. Got Brantley, who I guess he had a day off today. Back to 2-6. Oh, he's supposed to be out Wednesday as well too. That's interesting. So I guess you can get some Lonnie Chisenhall. I'm not high on him. Nah. I don't really like this Indians lineup without Brantley, truth be told. But Lindor, Kipnis, and Santa, some pretty solid plays. I have no complaints with them. But we'll go look for we'll go to look to see who has the most power on that lineup. Because if I'm gonna take anybody, I'm gonna probably look for the guy that has the home run upside. Okay, Kipnis is hitting the ball pretty hard. Okay, 358 BABIP. All right, so we'll lock him in there. We'll give him a chance. Pretty cheap. So move on to third base now. Of course, you got Arenado, number 1 play. Machado, I like him a lot. Definitely gonna have to look for some value though, man. Because I love Machado here today. Jake Lamb versus a righty, 3,700. That's cheap versus stat cores. So that's who's looking like I'm gonna take at third base. I'm not sure where I'm gonna take. I'm gonna find the value at, but I'm liking Jake Lamb, shortstop. We can go Lindor, Story. I like Story, man. He's gonna be super high owned, but I don't know where I'm gonna sacrifice yet. Maybe Keto Marte. He's been pretty good, but I don't trust him versus Archer. Eduardo Nunez. He's been pretty consistent. Let's go take a look at his numbers. We'll actually go to RotoWire for that. Nunez. Right. Okay, 372 batting average. I like to see that. Batting 409 versus righties right now. Batted 317 versus righties last year. So this guy's pretty consistent. So I think we can roster him in there. And I already told you guys I definitely want to pick on Tyler Wilson. So when it comes down to the rest of these plays, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Of course, we don't want to put. Damn. Now that I think about it, the best hitters in that Rockies outfielder is going to get to a lefty. Let's see if we can find Ryan Rayburn. Ryan Rayburn at 3K. Yep, got him. Gotta lock him in there. What else do we have here? Let me see. I like Trumbo a lot too. He's been crushing righties this year. I guess you go Chisenhall as a cheap play. Let me see what he's batting this year. I'm looking for his name. Oh, I definitely wouldn't want somebody that's batting eighth though, but you might have to get creative like that to get some decent bats. So I already don't like this early slate. Let me see something. Maybe Mitch Moreland. Where's Mazzara? Can I find him? What the hell? I could have sworn Mazzara's like 3,400. His price dropped. Oh, he dropped to 31. So I like him versus Leto. So we got somebody at 3,100. And now you got 3,400 to work with. Who can we get here? I want somebody that has some upside, man. Avisel versus a lefty. I want to see if there's anybody that has BVP on Cole Hamels. Okay, so these games finished. I'm about to check to see if I cash. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. All right, Melky 6 for 17. Frazier 4 for 16. Austin Jackson 3 for 12. So nobody pretty much owns him. The batting average pretty high though. Avila 1 for 3. Davison, I don't know who this guy is. He doesn't even play, so we just eliminate him. Brett Lowry 1 for 2. So there's no real BVP against this guy. So he hasn't faced him enough. But the guys he did face, I think he got 16 Ks off them. That's a pretty good strikeout rate. But I just don't know about picking on the White Sox, man. And at that price, really doesn't allow you to get any bats. But we'll see if we can find some cheap outfielders now. I'll separate it by game. Because we're not going to pick on Madison Bumgarner. We like spam. We're not going to pick on Stroman, so we'll move on from there. I'm not going to pick on my pitcher, of course. So, this game is tricky because I know they're going to get some runs on Archer, but it's probably going to likely come from a guy like Robinson Cano or something like that, who I definitely want to have. But 4,100, man. I pay 4,100 for him. Oh, they moved Segura to second base. Oh, crap. Interesting. Got Kimness in the great spot, though, at Minute Maid Park. I don't know if I could turn that down. First base, we can upgrade Yanko Park and we find some value at outfield. I think that's what it's looking like we're going to do. Brendan Barnes. Let's see. I wonder if he plays. Let's scroll down, though. Maybe we can go with a little mini twin stack, man, with Yanko Park, Sano, and Nunez. Seems interesting. Joey Rickard, I like him a little bit. Exposure against them. So I'll go Rickard and see what that leaves us with. Let's see where we can upgrade, actually. If I'm gonna upgrade, it'd probably be from Arizona side of the plate, and we go Herman. I think that's a pretty. I think it's a pretty good lineup, man. Got some speed mixed with some power. You got Rayburn for the power. Yanko Park power, Herman power. You got a pretty solid pitcher. I think he's safe with enough upside. Lamb and cores. We got some cores exposure, so I think we got a good mix of players. So I think I'll leave that for the early. Hopefully Herman plays tomorrow and Rayburn plays. I like that. So we're gonna take a look at if my lineup's cash for the slate earlier today. Okay, so all but one cash. All right, only put in $6 today. I hate playing cash games with cores on the slate, so I usually just play these $1 lineups. And it's crazy because I cashed with two Tanaka lineups and one had Joe Ross in it. All right, this is pretty good. And my only lineup that didn't cash, of course, had a player from Coors in it who went 0 for 4, I think, or 0 for 5. Cargo with this nice little 0. I appreciate it. If he just gets one hit, I'm in the cash for this last lineup. So we'll take a look at some of these. Okay, I had Adam Morgan in most of my lineups. That 4.8%. God, I hit 42. Pretty clutch. I had a Boston stack. Canley. Pedroia got pulled early. Could have got some more points from him out. Wish he would never got pulled. He didn't get injured, so I guess they just took him out because he's an older guy. Could give him some rust, and then kind of blowing him out. Got that 0 from Cargo again. All right, so let's see. So this one is actually. Oh, I don't even know. I think this was just my random lineup actually. Then this is my White Sox stack. Okay, did pretty good. I like this. Everybody did what they had to do. And this one. 3-1, not 2. What's this? Okay, this is my mini Yankee stack. Yeah. I went Beltran, Gardner, McCann. That worked out pretty good. Dietrich didn't do much today. Hernan Perez went the hell off though. But that 2.3, 33%. Oh my God, 33.4. He killed it. Let me see. I think this is my Brewer stack that had Joe Ross. Yep, my Brewer stack. Joe Ross, Castillo, Chris Carter, Pedroia, Hernan Perez, Segura, Braun, Reddick, and Beltran. Okay, I only had 3 Brewers, but it's a mini Brewer stack. I like it. I wish Domingo Santana would have played. So now we can go back and focus on the main slate. Let's see. Gonna take a look at the chat. Okay, Sano for upside. Yeah, definitely like Sano for upside, man. Tyler Wilson look like we can definitely pick on him a little bit. That's for you guys that might not have been here before. Let's see. I want to make sure he's actually giving up a bunch of hard contact to righties before. Okay, yeah, so 30% is pretty good. It's pretty good, and ground ball, fly ball rate's it's not looking too good for him. So yeah, definitely like Sano there. So for the late slate, this is not my lineup. I just put it together a random lineup. Thor versus the Dodgers, that might actually work out, but I'm not trusting the Mets right now. These pitchers have been looking a little shaky. Syndergaard can't hold base runners to save his life. Everybody's stealing bases off him and getting the scoring position. So I don't want to do it. Jordan Zimmerman versus the Nats on the road, definitely can do it. I actually do like Lackey versus the Padres. Let's go take a look at his numbers though. Okay. Lackey giving up 2K, 318 WOBA with the lefties, 276 to righties. Not the worst. The FIP and XFIP is extremely good. I like this. That's what I like to see from him. Okay. Okay, he needs to lower his walk rate a little bit to like somewhere around 5 to lefties, but I live with that. But oh my God, look at the hard contact he's giving up to lefties. 45.1 and 33 to righties. That scares me a lot. But the Padres don't have much lefties. They throw out Brett Wallace and who else they throw? John Jay. Let me look at John Jay. Let's go to the Padres. See if they hit anybody hard. Okay, John Jay at 30.4. Not nothing too crazy. Not nothing impressive. Let's see. Let's actually go look at this. So John Jay, 95 WRC plus. Not really scared of him. Not much power. The isolated power is pretty low. Still Kane at a pretty decent rate, 25, 21.6. Camp not Kane that much. John J. Kane a lot. Derek Norris, that's a free K. Let's actually go to 20 at bats so I can see the whole lineup. Brett Wallace Kane at 20.4. 375 Woba. Okay, so it's not looking horrible at all for him. 310 Babbitt. So maybe they're starting to come around. Who knows? But definitely team wise, I think they're one of the worst. So we'll go look at it. See how much they Kane and see how much that team is Kane as a whole compared to everybody else. Then we'll go look at deeper into John Lackey numbers. Okay, batted ball. Okay, let's see where the Padres rank versus righties and batted ball. Okay, they rank 20th. Not okay. Oh, it's pretty bad. Now let's go look at all the other stuff. They rank WRC plus. Okay, second to last, 71. That's what I like to see. Let's see the WOBA. Second worst in WOBA. Okay, those are numbers we'd like to see. Everything's still good. It took an hour to load this. Padres third worst in Ks versus righties at a 25.8% clip. So definitely give me some Lackey tomorrow on the late slate. But we're gonna take one more look to see if his swing and strike percentage on those other things. Plate discipline. Okay, 12.6 swing and strike percentage. The zone contact is not what I like to see, but he's generating a 30.9 outside swinging percentage. And we go see where those numbers rank. So let's remember this. 12.6 swing and strike, 30. We could just round off at 31, and 87.5. So he's definitely getting people to chase outside pitches. So I like that 31% outside swing and strike. So I mean outside swing percentage. So we'll see where he ranks. Pitching team. Matter of fact, we just go to players. I don't even think it really matters. Go to league. Oh, and pause this league. Never mind. Play discipline. So the average, league average right now, 27.4. He's getting a 31%, 85. So he's above in zone contact, which he needs to lower. Then he's definitely above in swing and strike percentage. So John Lackey is looking like a great play here. 9,200 should be in line for the win. The Padres definitely gonna put some runs up on the board. So I like him a lot. Scherzer's been struggling. No way. Maeda versus the Mets. Yeah, can't trust it there. Mets usually mess around and kill righties. Hami versus the Angels. Angels don't K much, so I don't know how much his upside is, so I wouldn't trust it. Porcello versus Oakland, a team that doesn't K much, but this lineup is pretty weak with Chris, with no Jay Lowry, no Valencia. I kind of like it a little bit. In the Nicasio versus the Reds, no way. You get Chen versus the Brewers. Can we load up on a Brewer stack again? That's definitely something I want to do. Kind of move on from there. Get Pineda versus Kansas. Let me actually go look at Pineda's numbers. Okay, discipline. 12.6 swing and strike zone. Contact's pretty good. Generating a good outside swing, but he's been dying for whatever reason. Let's see. 426 Woba, 382. Woba the righties, Lord. The FIP to righties, the FIP to lefties is a lot better, but the FIP and xFIP to righties pretty bad. He's still getting a pretty decent K. He never walks a lot of people. That's probably what it is that keep attacking the strike zone. The 28.8 hard contact, not horrible. 31.9 to lefties, interesting. But he's pretty much been containing them, so I don't know how to feel about this in my Yankee bias. This is a short porch in right field, so definitely might have to load up on a Hosmer. A guy like Hosmer who's batting like almost close to, I think he's batting close to 400 versus righties. Good look. Okay, he's batting 372 versus right-handed pitching this year. OPS 966, 547 slugging. Pretty darn good. So definitely like some Pineda. I definitely like some Pineda. I definitely like some Hosmer versus Pineda. It's a pretty good spot. Lorenzo Cain just triple dog, so his ownership is going to be way up versus Pineda. Ventara, definitely want to pick on him. I have him in season long. I'm most likely going to bench him. The Yankees offense is starting to get it together. McCann, Brett Gardner's looking pretty good. Beltran's turning it around. And Teixeira had a day off, so hopefully he can get it back. But look at Donovan Torres' numbers, man. Look at that FIP and xFIP. This dude is horrible, man. I'm on the verge of dropping him from season long. Like, I'm going to try to trade him. But, sheesh, look at the 32.6 hard contact. Not a ground ball pitcher at all. So, pretty much load up on McCann, Beltran, and Brett Gardner again today for me. And then you move on from there. Drew Pomeranz's been pretty good, but we know the Cubs mess around and can hit lefties too. But let's go take a look at his numbers. Got guys like Zobrist, Fowler, Chris Bryant. Ross has been surprisingly hitting lefties a little bit good, a little bit better from last year too, if I'm not mistaken. K. Pomeranz, numbers looking pretty good. Got the 29.7 K to lefties, 30 to righties. This walk number isn't pretty good against the best team in baseball. You definitely don't want to walk them. Let's see the hard contact. So he's giving up some hard contact too, man. And the ground ball fly ball rate's not looking too good. Just hasn't given up the home run. And he's actually in a big ballpark today in Chicago, so that might actually work out for him. He can survive there. So I like him a little bit. More of a DK play to me though. Shoemaker, let's go take a look at his numbers. Can't remember it off the top of my head, but I don't think he's been good anywhere near good this year. I think he's a reverse splits pitcher too. No, Weaver's the reverse splits pitcher. Oh no, I actually beat Shoemaker too. Okay, let's look at the FIP xFIP. Yeah, it's definitely a reverse splits pitcher. 423 BABIP to righties. Walking them 14.3% mark. He's not giving up much hard contact to righties, but he's definitely giving it up to lefties. So, interesting there. You got him versus a team like St. Louis where you could get some Hazelbaker. Carpenter just doubled down, so people will probably be on him. What else you got for the lefties? Diaz been playing pretty good. Who I will never play, but he might have a chance there. Just looking at those numbers. Who's another lefty on the Cardinals? I don't think they really give Wong that much playing time, so I really don't want to consider him. Let's actually go look at it. Of course, Molina's not. Oh yeah, Brandon Moss. That's the guy. He has a bunch of power, so he might actually play over Adams. Excuse me. So it's looking pretty good for him, man. I can definitely see picking on him. Got Hazelbaker. All right, I like some Cardinals, man. I think they're one of the highest scoring offenses in Major League Baseball. So, definitely could pick on some Shoemaker there. Kind of move on there. Kind of move on from there. Let's go back to all the pitchers. Jared Eichhoff. Let's go look at his numbers. I think he's had a few good games this year. Let's go see if they're lying to us though. 308 bad average to lefty. Sheesh. FIP and xFIP not is above average. I like that. It's not bad. Okay, giving up some hard contact though. Let's see what kind of park he's in. Okay. In ATL where they really don't strike out much, you got a guy like Freddie Freeman there. Don't want to have no exposure to him. Alfredo Simon, he's dead today. Just load up on any lefty bats. So that means Jaso, Polanco. If they start Joyce, play Joyce. You can even play some righties against him. I don't mind McCutcheon, Marte, Yanko Kong. I say Yanko Kong, but you know who I'm talking about. Yo, it is Yanko Kong. I'm bugging. I'm tired and I start saying stupid stuff. So bear with me. Chassin, he's been dying pretty much lately. Chase Anderson, reverse splits pitcher. Pretty much just get Giancarlo Stanton, Ozuna, Prado in your lineup, and you're gonna win some money. You just pretty much stack the whole Marlins team actually. Surkamp, let's go look at his numbers. I don't know much about him, but I could have sworn he's died a few times too. Let's go take a look to be sure. FIP and XFIP versus lefties and righties horrible, so just load up on him. Extreme fly ball pitcher, 30.8 hard contact. Who are the A's? Who are they playing? Boston again. Load up on the righties again. Let me get some Betts. Let me get some Pedroia. Let me get some Bogarts. Let me get some Hanley Ramirez. Give me the whole team, man. Just give me the whole team right now. So I definitely love a Boston stack. So after looking at all these guys, I think we kind of come up with a lineup. Let me look at Chassin's number again. Let's see, because he had a couple. I think he had like a good first two starts, and he's been trash since. Yeah, FIP and XFIP is starting to come alive. So definitely load up on some lefties here. He's giving up a bunch of hard contact. The home run per 9 is not looking too good. Home run per fly ball, 18.8. Let's see the home run per 9, 2.19. So definitely load up on some lefty bats. But I don't really trust Philly like that. So they're lefty bats. You got Ryan Howard, the power hitter. Then after that, man, they don't really have any power lefties. So I'll probably look elsewhere. So let's kind of make a lineup right now. See who we like. We're going to look at the chat real quick. See if anybody's in there. Again, yep, they definitely are, man. I love the Boston stack again. They won me a little bit of money today. I got a bunch of minimum cash in my lineups, but hey, I'll take it. So who we got at catcher? Of course, we're going back to the well with Brian McCann. Gotta load up on him there. First base. I like Hanley a lot, man. Jaso's in a great spot at 3K though, and he might lead off, so we'll just load him in there now. Since Cincinnati has the worst bullpen, so when you stack this, I'll determine if I'm gonna stack a team. If the pitcher's a gas can and the bullpen is trash, then I'll load up. If the pitcher's a gas can but the bullpen is pretty good, I'm kind of hesitant. I might take one or two players, but I wouldn't force four stack a team, like 4 players stack a team when the bullpen's pretty good. So in this situation, I like Jaso, man. I think even if he doesn't do anything against Sami, get that bullpen, that's like an extra hit right there. So I like Jaso, especially at that price point. Second base. But matter of fact, for the sake of this video, we're gonna stick with the Boston stack. See what that kind of looks like. He's up to 35 now. Sheesh. Bogarts. Oh, you can actually do it with Lackey in your lineup, but let's see what happens. All right, let's see if there's any cheap enough plays. Beltran. Oh, damn, Beltran's up to 26 now. Damn. Let's see if there's any value pitchers. I'm most likely gonna play Lackey anyway, but let's just look around, okay. Maybe I just can't make a case for any other pitcher. Porcello's been doing pretty good. Let's see what we can do if we got Porcello. I wouldn't play Porcello, but I'm just saying. Okay, that still only gives us around 26, so it's looking like I'm not going to be able to do a Boston stack today, especially with their prices being jacked up too, because they put up double-digit runs in two games in a row. So definitely they're going to probably be popular again with good reasoning too. So we're going to take out Hanley. We're going to go back to Jaso. Got Jaso in the cheap spot. You got Hernan Perez versus another lefty. Got to go there again. Pretty safe at 2,300. And if he's batting second, that play. So if you go Betts versus the lefty, who do we have? Maybe we can go Gardner. Oh crap! I didn't realize I'm gonna put the N. Oh damn, he's up to 34. Who cares? We're gonna have to change. I need a value outfielder too. Who can we go a little bit cheaper in a good spot? Oh, this is kind of tough. Let's see. Lee Hamilton, nope. Ender and Ciarte versus Eichhoff might be pretty solid. Let me go back to the pitchers I was looking at again. Two I want to pick on. Okay, Chase Anderson, but that would be with Stanton, Boston. I already got Betts. Polanco, a little bit too expensive for me, so definitely gonna have to downgrade Betts, man. We'll have to go get the safe guys like a Polanco who bats third. You get Gardner now. And let's see what we got to work with at 2,900. But so, man, it's looking like I might not be able to stack today too in the main slate because it's just not. There's just not a value pitcher for me to get stacks to work. So unless I'm gonna rely on guys to not pick up the win, like if maybe you can go Nicasio at 7,900. That could be a value play. I'm just not really high on it. He's been pretty good, but I don't want to trust it in that city in Cincinnati's park. Let's go see if he's giving up hard contact first. That can determine everything because I doubt the Reds are going to nickel and dime you to death. That Wolf was not looking too good. Okay. Cincinnati leads the league in lowest walks too. They don't walk much either, so that could be good. The FIP is pretty bad because of the home run per nine, but the XFIP. So let's see, hard contact. He's not giving up that much hard contact, but it's just that he's a fly ball pitcher or moderate ground ball pitcher. So whichever one. Because 36, oh my God, look at the line drive percentage. That's horrible. So, that means they're just, I can't do it. Can't do it. So let's go back. We got a 2,900 to work with. When is Ellsbury coming back? Come back to line, come to DL, so it could be in store. I hate some big sense. Hopefully Ellsbury comes back tomorrow because I would definitely love to play him. Oh, Hazel Baker. He'd be in a great spot tomorrow. I already told you guys I like lefties versus Shoemaker, so we could put him in there. Especially if he bats high in the order. So we could lock him in there. And I think this is a pretty good lineup. So we'll save it, man. Let me know what you guys think about it. Gonna take a look at the chat again. Chris Young. Chris Young, but are we sure he's gonna play tomorrow? I mean, it's a lefty, but I played them today actually too in a few lineups. Take a look at it. Damn, I was on the borderline on a few lineups that I ended up catching in this clutch. Only didn't catch in this one lineup. Cargo didn't get a hit. Freaking bum. But yeah, let's go look. Let's see what I had him in. I had Chris Young in 1, 2. I had him in 3 lineups, so he came in clutch for me today. So yeah, 18.7 at 2,100, about 100 above minimum. So I like him again versus lefty. It'll be interesting to see if he plays again. There was somebody. Who did they bench? Oh, actually, they actually benched Brock Hall for him today. So they may do it again for a lefty. They might bench him again. So that's definitely possible. So I like him a lot. Is this for GPP? Yeah, it's definitely for GPP, man. I might actually run cash games. Now that I think about it, I think the main slate, now that there's no cores on it, there's no core games in it, I might have to run some cash games there. I like it. I'm just stuck on Lockheed, man. And I think Lockheed will actually beat a Chug tomorrow too, so it's pretty interesting. Let me go back to look at it again. You see the main slate pitchers. Yeah, Lucky's definitely gonna be the highest on guy versus the Padres. Syndergaard at 11K doesn't give you much room to get bats. Scherzer's the most inconsistent guy. Maeda, I don't know if people really will trust him versus the Mets. Yami doesn't get enough Ks. And after that, everything is all, all, all up in the air. So I just really wish there was some more, some value pitchers, bro. Because I really want some exposure to some stacks. That might be the reason why I play cash games too, because I can't make any stacks with John Lackey tomorrow. Unless I could, well, actually, I could do some stacks. I could do a Yankee stack. They're still reasonably cheap. Who else can I stack? Maybe let me see if I can stack Brewers. Let me see if I can get that to work. Lackey. Catcher. I'll probably have to find a cheap catcher though. Man, I'm too in love with McCann to really look anywhere elsewhere at catcher, so we'll see how that works out. So we go to McCann. You get Chris Carter. Of course, you gotta have Chris Carter in the stack. Hernan Perez. Hernan. Braun, you can't leave Braun out the stack. Okay, this might actually be able to work, and I could find some cheap. Dietrich is at 3,400 now. Sheesh. That price crept up. Let's see though. Let's see if we get Petroia in there. Maybe if Domingo plays, if Domingo finally comes back from this goddamn shoulder injury, see pinch hit a few times too. Wait, he actually pinch hit today again. It keeps coming in the pinch hit, but he's not playing the game, so his shoulder must not be all the way good enough there for him to field. But if he does, I like this as a 4-man Brewer stack because he bats lead off. The only problem I have is that they'll probably put Hernan to bat somewhere like 7th or 8th, which I wouldn't like. So, okay, but right now got 33 to work with. Damn, Bogart's at 41. I don't know if I really want to pay for that. Diaz in a good spot, but I hate that he bats 9th. Maybe we go out there and get Villar and take who can we take out the stack? Just gonna have to take Domingo out the stack. You're gonna make it seem as if he doesn't play regardless. So now we're gonna get a safe outfielder. Let's see. Get Polanco versus Alfredo Simon, the gas can. We can do that. And now we have enough for Chris Young, who might play versus a lefty. So I think we kind of make this stack work. A nice little Brewer stack with some safe plays. Like you got Polanco, a safe play. Got McCann, a safe play, I think, versus I wouldn't say the safest play because I think a lot of people are scared of Ventura. But, man, when you look at those FIP and XFIP and the hard contact he's giving up, gotta love McCann. And then Chris Young versus lefty. So I think these are all good plays. So you can kind of load that in for a Brewer stack, and I like that. Juan will be second highest in GPPs. Yeah. To stack and win GPPs, it can, man. The reason why I like it because if you get a team that goes off, you're in good position. Let's say if I 4-player stack a team, and one player gets 3, but the other 3 go off for like 25, 30, or something like that. You have a higher chance you have a great chance to cash them, man. Even with a bad pitcher. Look what stacking did for me today. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, my lineups are still there. All right, my highest lineup was 169. Let's see. Oh no, I thought this was my Tanaka line. Okay, this was the Red Sox stack. Got 24 from Mookie, 18 from Christian. Look, I had a 0 from Cargo, a 3,900 player still cash. 6 from Drury, a 3,800 player. 3,800 player, but it's mainly because I stacked these guys. I got a nice game from Hanley. Got a nice game from Petroia before he left. Mookie Betts 24, and then I got 18 from a 2,100 player. But pretty much the only lineup that didn't cash. Let's see who I had pitching. I actually had Morgan pitching, who was a great value play, but it's just because too many flops in there. But look at my Tanaka lineup. Hold on. Joe Ross. I cashed with Joe Ross because I had a Brewer stack. Chris Carter didn't really do much, but I got Hernan Perez. I got Ryan Braun. And these guys, pretty much anything solid they do is pretty much gonna put me in the cash. And let's see how much Joe Ross had. Joe Ross had 15 FDP, and I cashed in the tournament with a horrible pitcher. All right, so let's go back. Let's look for Tanaka. My Tanaka lineups came cash because of, well, I mean, it made me cash because I had Rainer Perez in it, but I still went with a Yankee stack. McCann did pretty good. Let's see. McCann 22.2 at his price is great. Got Gardner 15.7 at 32 is good. Got 12.2 from a 2300 player, which is good. So, man, stacking actually works, man. If you pick the right score, the Yankees put up, what, 10 runs? So, let me see my last Tanaka lineup. I had a 2, I know that. Oh, and I did a Tanaka with the White Sox stack. So, and the White Sox put up double-digit runs. So, at 15 from Tanaka, this guy is 9,800, and because I stacked the White Sox and they put up a bunch of runs, got 12 from Abreu, 22 from Lowry, 25 from Frazier, 16 from Avicil, and then I had some nice little punch in there and a little bit of Coors exposure with Nick Ahmed. So, man, stacking works out. A lot of people take down tournaments with that. Went 7, 8 innings, 8K in the win. Oh, you're talking about Nicasio. What's the lowest spot in the order would you go? I've actually stacked games where I had the 8th hitter, the 9th hitter. So, but ideally, I don't like to go lower than 7. I mean, I rarely go 9, but I might go 8 if I really love the hitter, and he's actually in a good spot. It has to be a horrible pitcher though. Because I played Shoop. I think I played Shoop a few times. And I think he was batting 7th or 8th in the beginning of the season, and now he's batting 9th if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean, I have no problem going low in the order. Let's see who else we got. All right, but I think that's about it, man. If you guys don't have any more questions about the call of the night, Porcello could be in a nice spot. Yeah, because that A's lineup is pretty weak with Coco, Chris, and you don't have Burns. I don't understand how you don't have Billy Burns leading off, because if he gets that single, man, that's a stolen base right there. Then you got a scoring run and a runner in scoring position for Josh Reddick, who's a pretty good hitter. So I don't know why they put Chris there when that's already 1 out. And then even if you get to scoring position, you got Chris Davis who strikes out a bunch. So I don't know. I don't understand that lineup with Chris batting leadoff. But Porcello could be pretty good, man. So only has 18 Ks and 125 at bats versus the A's. Yeah, that's the thing. The A's don't strike out a bunch either, too. But I can see him still having a solid game there where he gets, maybe we go 7 innings, get 4 Ks, gives up maybe 1 run, 2 the most, and he gets the win. And I think, let me see at his price. How much would that be? Let me go look. And his price, how much? Porcello, 8,400. You really want around 16 FDP if you're using last year's scoring. 16, 32, 48. So that'd be around 48 points you ideally want to like really help you take down a tournament. But I can see him. So if we do, let's say we say 7, 4, that's 11, and the 2, that's okay. So he'd be around 13 FDP if you use last year's scoring, and that'd be pretty solid. If he goes 7, 4, and then he gets the win and only 2 earned runs. So I think Porcello could be in a good spot. But right now I'm just stuck on Lackey, man. I can see him getting like 10 Ks here. Got 11 twice so far this year. Got 11 versus the Cardinals, 11 versus Washington. So I can only imagine what he's going to do to the Padres tomorrow. So I like him a lot. So I'm probably not moving off of him, even if that means I'm sacrificing getting certain bats I want. All right, so with that being said, man, definitely, man, if you appreciate this video, man, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you already haven't. Show some love. Also, man, what do you think? Great game today. Of course, you got to love Hanley. Career-wise, he kills lefties just like Pedroia, Betts, and Bogarts. Of course, got to love him. But, yeah, man, I'm definitely going to bring this video to an end now. It's going on 2 o'clock in the morning. Kind of tired, man. I don't want to kind of long-winded right now, so. Gonna bring this to an end officially. And with that being said, hopefully you win some money. Hit me up on Twitter too, Daily FD Lineups. If you have any more questions, or just leave it in the comment section. So that's it, man. Hopefully you win money. and I'm heading up out of here. Peace.